What is up, my friends and family? I'm Charmx, and today I'm going to be reacting to rocket-powered fidget spinner by the Backyard Scientist. That's right, the Backyard Scientist has jumped onto the bandwagon, and since I love the Backyard Scientist, I hope this is going to be quite interesting, because when the Backyard Scientist does something, it's normally pretty awesome. But with that being said, the original link's in the description. Make sure to go subscribe to the Backyard Scientist if you haven't already. I was looking at a couple of the comments, and one that really stands out is by someone who says, that's what they mean by weaponized autism. Anyway, this might be a very interesting video. But with that being said, let's begin.
Hey guys, Backyard Scientist here, and today we're going to be making a fidget spinner. No, wait, come back. It's going to be a big fidget spinner. Oh man, it's going to be made out of aluminum and rockets. Alright, nice. Man, you guys had me worried for a second, so thank you. I'll also throw in a cat. And a plasma cutter. The first thing I did was cut out the shape of the spinner in a piece of plywood. Oh,
so you're actually making a fidget spinner? I thought you were just using one from, like, the store.
I'm using it as a template to cut the aluminum using a plasma cutter. I used a 2-inch hole saw to make the holes in the fidget spinner, and that perfectly matches the outside dimensions of the bearing. I made supports to hold the bearing in place. I used a 3-inch and a 1 3/4-inch hole saw. That should keep the bearing centered and keep it from falling out. I'm using commercially available A-sized rocket engines and pipe strapping to hold it to the fidget spinner. Okay, we got the fidget spinner all wired up. I have sandbags to hold the base down because even though I tried to make sure it's super balanced, it still might go a little crazy and who knows what'll happen. So this should hold it down. Everything looks good to go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I don't think that's the best spot.
I just had this idea. Instead of using rockets, I think you should just hear me out here. What if you were to use like a machine gun? Because, you know, with the recoil, if you were to put it on that, it would make it turn in circles. So if you were to use a machine gun, would that also make it spin like really fast? I kind of want to know. However, it would be very dangerous, and you would, I don't know, you would have to be in like a bunker out in the middle of nowhere, because bullets would be going everywhere. But that's a kind of interesting idea I just had.
Maybe hide behind your car. I don't know why she parked her car so close. 2, 1.
Oh wow! That's actually quite awesome.
Oh, I forgot to trigger it. Alright guys,
What do you mean you forgot to trigger it? It friggin' worked.
Totally nuts. Like, there was so much stuff happening at the same time, I couldn't even really tell what was happening, so I had to go back and rewatch the footage, and, well, let's have a quick recap. First of all, you'll notice that there's only 2 rockets left on the fidget spinner. The first rocket broke free and made a beeline right towards my car. It hit the wheel and then started ping-ponging around on the inside of the wheel well. And that's pretty ironic because I was giving Sandra a hard time about parking so close to the rocket setup. The next rocket worked fine. It was actually the only rocket.
I'm sorry.
Rocket that was powering it, because the third rocket exploded instantly as soon as I lit it, and unfortunately it was pointed at Sandra, and it shot like a piece of gunpowder right through the plastic table, and it ended up under her ankle, and she was sitting cross-legged, so she's totally fine. She just doesn't want to play with the rockets anymore, and I totally understand that. I mean, so far it's Fidget Spinner 2, Backyard Scientist 0, because it's burned Sandra, it's burned me, this thing is a death trap. Let's put some more rockets in it and try again. Alright guys, here I go. Before I go, I want you to...
Wait, that was... You were using tables and it went through a table? How fast was that thing shooting? It looked like you guys were like hiding behind styrofoam or something. But I think you were hiding behind a table. It went through a table. That is fast.
Comment how long you think it'll spin for, alright? Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1...
That's crazy. What shot out? You can just imagine how dangerous it would be if you were using my idea of putting like a machine gun on there and using the recoil to make it spin. I mean, they didn't have any weapons, and these things turned into weapons and shot at them. Can you imagine how dangerous it would be if you had, like, an actual gun doing that? That's really quite cool.
I was filming at 1500 frames per second, and I counted 17 frames per revolution. That means it was going around 88 times per second, or 5,294 times per minute.
Anyway, guys, hope you like this video. I know a lot of people don't like fidget spinners. I personally, you know what, if kids want to play with that over playing with their phone, let them do it. I don't really care. And if it helps people with ADHD, you know, focus in school, then there's no downside to it, really. And you have to admit, that is quite awesome, especially the first time where it really didn't go as planned and started shooting everywhere. That was quite crazy. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend. If you're new, hit subscribe to join the family today, and I'll see you guys next time. Boop!